mentors, gurus, and experts keep repeating that you are the creator of your life. You are the creator of your reality. And you create your life through your thoughts and through your beliefs. From a place where I don't have everything, I am in a survivor mode and I have to survive every day. I don't have it all figured out. I'm consumed by depression, by stress, by fear, by anxiety, trying to make it till the end of the day and not even thinking about anything more than the basic needs I have. But I didn't want it to give up. I really loved the idea that I am the creator of my life. Even though the circumstances I am experiencing do not confirm it, but something inside of me kept telling me, you are indeed the creator of your life. And a voice within myself, very deep, was pushing me to dig deeper in that, to try to understand it better, to try to figure it out, to understand what does it mean to be the creator of my life? How can I do it? And am I actually really the creator of my life? And I tried so many things, I have to admit. I have tried all the techniques from the manifestation to the affirmations to the scripts to the ideal life to the perfect day, you name it. I have tried them all the strategies and the techniques, all the permission slips that are available in the world. I have been trying them. And yet it didn't sink in me. You know that moment where you do think that something is maybe right, maybe it's true, but your mind, your physical mind, just cannot grasp it completely yet. And you feel that there is something missing. So it's hard for you to really grasp it, to really finally say, now I get it. That beautiful aha moment that comes from something that you have been hearing repeatedly, maybe reading repeatedly, and searching on and studying until a moment where something click in you and you finally get it. And you can't even easily explain it, but you get it. You know, it's complexity, at least from a point of view of our physical mind, that is amazing, but is very limited because it bases everything on the past experiences and what we do already know. But I don't know if you have noticed that when you are about to start something new, something that really excites you, maybe a new idea, a new concept, an inspiration through someone that you have seen or something that you have heard, and something in your soul just starts to consider it and say, I wonder if I can do it. I can see myself feeling it or living it or thinking it. And it might be applied to anything in your life. Be it to finally find true love for yourself, find the perfect partner, the ideal partner that you have always been seeking for and chasing, but you have been repeating relationships and experiences that were very far from what you expect and you believe that you deserve, that true love that you think you deserve and it must exist. But you kept perpetuating in your life relationships that were as if they were proving you the opposite of what you believe and want and desire. And yet you do have something. Call it hope, call it knowing, call it a sensation, call it an instinct. And it's the same thing with this idea of I am the creator of my life. So after testing all of those things and not seeing any result, I somehow let go, but I started observing myself. I wanted to start observing how I feel because I've discovered that whatever we are doing, whatever is the strategy, whatever is the technique, the tool that those amazing human beings that are already where we want to be, and they are trying to help us and to share with us the message and trying to really make us understand it in a way that we can start believing it and seeing it for ourselves, the thing that is important for all of them, at least from my own discovery, is the power of our feelings. And feelings are energy. And everything in this life is energy. And that was for me at the beginning very very challenging. Because this energy thing, since it's something invisible, something that is out of my five senses and what I am used to do and what my physical mind is used to do, it was a little bit awkward and I couldn't really grasp it. But then I started considering the fact and accepting finally that who I am today and what I know today is really very limited. It's only based on things that I have experienced in my life and in interpretation that I have made based on factors and elements, maybe opinions or inherited way of thinking and convictions that might not be absolute truth, but just a way of thinking and believing. And it is limiting. Our physical mind cannot conceive. It can only perceive, actually. And it's no wonder that I cannot understand the real meaning and heart of being the creator of my life. Because up until now, I haven't been really creating from a place of conceiving, from creating, but from a place of simply receiving, perceiving, and repeating a cycle. Repeating experiences that I already know, doing them in the same way, and getting the same results. And no wonder that I was still trapped in my life of the survival, in my life of the struggle and the have to and the should, and this limited world where I live in. And for as much as it might be ironic, I agree that I have been the creator of my life. Probably not the way that I wanted to, but I did create it for myself. And I can see it through the present actual situation where I live each and every time. If I want to see what I am creating for myself, I just have to see the results I am having right now. So this has been the first shift of belief, of mindset. I used to think that whatever I am getting in my life is what I deserve to have, and this is the end result. And it's for me the conclusion. Then I started seeing it differently. Slowly I started understanding that what am I actually living? As Abraham Hicks said so magnificently, this present moment is the old movie. Because what I am getting right now is the manifestation of what I have been nurturing for myself in the past. It's not the end result, it's not done, and it's never done. But what is interesting in the world of the self-development, at least from my point of view and what I have learned, is that my present moment is the moment that can inform me and teach me and signal me what I do have right now, where I am, and from there and through my self-awareness and my capacity and ability to observe and be able to understand whether I prefer what I actually have or don't prefer it, through my self-awareness and my ability to observe myself, observe my thoughts, observe my inner talk, my actions, my habits, my words, and all the results that I have actually in my physical reality are simply indicators of where I am now. They indicate me where are my beliefs, where are my emotions, where are my negative emotions, where are my actions, and where is my perception of life? What is my actual experience of it? What is the story that I am telling to myself right now to keep perpetuating for myself this same reality? And as long as I'm not aware of that, and I'm not able to finally, in a neutral way, be able to observe it and define for myself if I truly prefer what I have or I don't, and start considering alternatives, maybe by simply starting to consider what I do prefer from a place of what I don't prefer, I will keep repeating the same cycle. And that's why I think a lot of us do have what I say miserable lives. Lives where you are in autopilot, where you don't choose, you don't create, you don't make your decisions for yourself, and you are not creating the life that you want from a place of a creator. You are creating your life from a place of a consumer. Yes. You are consuming your past, you are consuming your past experiences, you are consuming beliefs of other people that can be the society where you live, the people that you surround yourself with, your family, your ancestors, your teachers, your politics, whatever it is, and you keep consuming it and repeating it for yourself. You are not using all your power to the best of your abilities to become the creator rather than the consumer. And a lot of people spend their entire life as consumers. And this is what all this society built itself on. This is how people are building their fortunes, their wealth, their life, their successes. Because they did understand that most of us, from the day we are born, or at least after the 3 years up until the 7, we are conditioned to be a consumer because this is what our parents knew and have been taught to. And we therefore kept following them and we became exactly the same consumers. And I believe that there is a moment where some of us make a shift. And usually it happens after a lot of very strong events that happen in our life, traumas that somehow serve as a wake-up call, a signal from our inner being, from our higher self, to wake up and to finally take the lead of our life and become the creator. Because being a consumer might be easy, because it's familiar, because it's what we know. And even if it's something that we don't prefer, for our physical mind, it's easy to handle because it's something that you already know and you know how to navigate it. I can take my own example. I have always been in the survival. My whole life, I have been surviving something, escaping from something, chasing something, and always remaining in the bare minimum, the just enough, because I was scared if I want to chase the stars, I might fail and become disappointed and maybe end by losing myself and my life and the few bare minimum that I gathered for myself. And this is maybe the benefit that I've had from this system that my physical mind is in control of and do already know. And whenever I was trying to do something new, to get out of my own way and start really considering to aim the sky and the stars and the moon, my physical mind would do whatever it takes to protect me because it's gonna be about the unknown. And the unknown is the most scary thing for us human beings because we love to be in control. We love what is familiar because we feel safe, able to control whatever comes, even if it's a bad outcome, but we do at least know how to handle it. And that is what makes the difference between us and someone that makes the big leap and made huge change in their life. And it's difficult to make that jump because it's not clear. We don't know a lot of people that learn this and are teaching it. And a lot of us resist it. We find it really hard to admit to ourselves that we are the cause of all our pain and all our problems and all our struggles, because of what we are allowing ourselves to believe about ourselves and about the world. And we resist the idea that we are responsible of how our life is unfolding and what we are getting or not getting from life. It's hard to not blame anyone else on, it's hard to not blame the circumstances, the weather or the life or the people, because it's about turning all the reflectors on ourselves and owning our part on everything that we are doing. And maybe that's why it's not easy to teach people that we are creators of our life. As a matter of fact, I used to think that being a creator is only for God or divine. And then I discovered that I can be the creator, but I thought that creation was only limited for art. So writing, music, painting, sculpture, whatever art, but it do not apply to our life. And then I finally get to the point where I started nurturing the idea that I also am the creator of my life. It's not in the same way, but there is a way to do it. And this is really difficult for the human mind, the physical mind, to conceive such a thing and to accept it. Not because our physical mind is evil or incompetent. It's just because simply our physical mind isn't able to do such a thing. And I think that it is the root of all the suffering, of the stress, the anxiety, the depressions that we have, are all coming from the fact that we are putting a lot of pressure in our physical mind. We expect a lot from ourselves, and we get disappointed where we don't get it. We get frustrated when we don't have it all figured out. And we hate ourselves because we are not perfect and we are not doing things the way we are supposed to do them. But when we are about to do something new, it's impossible to be in control. It's impossible to know it all and to have it all figured out. It's something where we need to leave the room for the creative process. And you can imagine what it is when you are about to create a painting. I'm going to give this example because I love painting. I have studied design, so painting and drawing was my process of creation and my process of expressing myself. And when I think about it, I know that the moment where I am painting, so I'm creating, it's a moment where I'm not at all thinking. I'm not at all wondering or stressing. I'm really in the present moment, in a process of illustrating what is in my imagination and putting it on the paper. And my hand and my body and all of me is just here focused and giving life to that piece of art, to that drawing, to that thing that I was imagining. And if you have been a huge follower and maybe you do practice some of the strategies that I have been trying, such as affirmations, scripting the perfect day of your life, visualization before you go to bed, or when you wake up in the morning, you can maybe see the similarities. It's about giving the place and the moment to your imagination to start building that frame, that image for you, the colors, the shapes, and most importantly, the feelings. And I am sure that you have heard, in the same way I've heard, a lot of experts and teachers in the personal development recommend this. They say, use the visualization just to get to the feeling, the excitement, the joy of already having what you want. Because it's not about the images and the details. This isn't the matter. The important thing and the reason why we do them, it's because they are used as permission slips for us to get to the feeling of already having a thing or already experiencing it. And it doesn't have to do with the images and the details that we have imagined. And in those kind of processes and rituals, it's really an invitation to allow your imagination to do the work. And that's why a lot of this practice starts with a meditation or a breath work that anchors you in the present, that frees you from all the chatters, all the confusion, and all the inner talk and inner thoughts that you have, to anchor you in this moment, right here and now, through the breathing techniques, through the meditation to connect you with yourself. And you can notice that it's a connection where you are self-aware and a total body scan. And it's all with one goal. It is to be present, to be self-aware, to follow your breathing, and to allow your imagination to inspire you, to conceive and to transmit the informations and the inspirations to your physical mind. We forget a lot this part of us that is able really, and it is its role to conceive. No matter what idea or project or business or anything or an invention, they all started in the imagination of someone or so many people. From a need that they have had in their life, starting from something maybe they didn't prefer. And they started nurturing an idea, a thought. And they allowed to their imagination to provide them with the ideas, inspirations. And then they started seeing in their reality inspirations. Maybe it's a quote that you see somewhere, a video that pops up in your fields, or maybe a conversation between two strangers close to you, or a song, or maybe someone that you haven't seen for very long and they meet you and they just come and they speak to you about the thing that you have been thinking about. Sometimes it's also you have the idea and you find it somewhere already realized by someone else. Some people usually what their mindset is, there is no point. You see, somebody already had the idea and they realized it. There is no point. It's too late for me. There is no room for me. Others will think there is a lot of competition on what I'm imagining, so I'm not going to get it. It's impossible. It's all about your mindset. And that is how you are creating your reality. If you go in life with the idea that you cannot, you are creating for yourself all the ways and all the means and all the synchronicities and all the feelings and beliefs that will prove to you that you cannot. And the same applies to when you believe and think, I can. You will find all the means, all the supports, whatever is needed and required will come to you to serve you and help you to do it. And you can. And I think the real magic happens on the way we are defining ourselves. What is the identity that we have about ourselves? What is our personality? And to know it, it's very simple actually. You need to be self-aware and to observe yourself, not to judge yourself or to condemn yourself or to feel guilty about something or ashamed, but more about observing yourself out of curiosity, with the intention to understand really what is it your definition of yourself? How do you see yourself? What is the identity that you have developed for yourself? And maybe up until now, the identity that you had, it wasn't even yours. You don't even recognize yourself in so many things that you do or are in your life. And it's because you have been carrying with yourself and applying rules, laws, definitions, and beliefs and stories that are coming from other people. People that up until now have been unquestionable for you. So their opinion have been for you really important, equivalent of a truth. And that's how we develop our beliefs. We don't even question them. We just apply them, we believe them, we do them, we live through them, and we don't even take the time to question them. And that's why I do love a lot philosophy, because it invites us to constantly be questioning every truth, everything, and not be scared to go find answers, not be scared or have expectations about what is going to be the answer, but more out of curiosity, of genuine willingness to find the answers, and an awareness and an acknowledgement that there is not only one truth and there is not only one version of things. It's more about finally getting that we do create our life. We create our definitions. Who create for you if your life sucks or is good? You can find people that love your life, that envy you and are jealous for your life. They will do anything to have your life. And you will find other people that really hate your life and find you miserable and a total failure. And you yourself, you might see some people and tell them you have a fantastic life. I don't understand how you can be so depressed and sad. But for them, it sucks and it's not enough and it's not good. And they see it differently. And this is, I think, already a proof of how important it is how we define things and how definitions are really very subjective. They are not definite truths and absolute. They are more of a subjective definitions. I can give you another example. You might believe of yourself that you are a bad person, that you are never enough, that you don't deserve love, that you will never find the right person for you, that you don't deserve success, and you don't have what it takes to be, for example, an entrepreneur, or to become wealthy, or to transform your life and life of other people's, or whatever it is, something that you believe that you are not capable of and you are so far from it. And there are maybe, and I'm sure, other things where you are very proud of yourself. Things where you really think and believe that you are amazing and great and you are doing a great job and you are proud of yourself. You might be someone that is really generous. You love sharing with people, you love giving to people, you love supporting people, and it's something that excites you and you know how good you are at it. It's the same thing as when you think about negative things about yourself. Whatever you say about after I am is a creation of your identity. And your identity is gonna be reflected in all your reality. Remember the mirror principle. The world that we see around us is a projection of ourselves, of who we believe we are. So if we believe and we do have negative thoughts about ourselves and a very low self-esteem, we are gonna see the reflection of that in our life. We are gonna see and attract only people that will treat us the way we believe we deserve to be treated. And you will attract circumstances and events and make decisions based on this identity and this belief that we have about ourselves. And this is a creation. It's not because it's negative that we are gonna choose to give it another definition or maybe play the victim. Playing a victim is a creation itself. And if you observe what you put after I am each and every time and make the list seriously, just to see how many times you define yourself in a negative way. And how many times you define yourself when there is no need to define yourself. Something that I have learned that have been very helpful for me, for example, in this area, is that now, from a place of awareness, when I have feelings, I feel feelings, instead of saying I am sad, I'm able to say I feel sad. Not only I am able to understand that I am feeling sad, but also understand the reason why I'm feeling sad. What is it that is making me feel sad? And how much of my attention and focus I want to give it? How much do I want to engage with it? And this is a process of creation. And I think that self-awareness is the first most important thing to do. I heard somebody say that awareness is 99% of the transformation. Can you imagine how important it is to become self-aware? To become self-aware of the way you speak to yourself, from a place where you start to understand that you do create your reality. And you can understand how you are creating, whether you are acting as a consumer or as a creator. And if you discover that you might be the consumer and you can choose to shift to the creator and start maybe allowing your imagination and your higher self and this invisible part that is really powerful of you to do his part of a job, which is to conceive, to create, to imagine, to bring new ideas, new people, new synchronicities, new opportunities, inspiration, and let go of this control. Let go of this fear of the unknown and give a break to your physical mind. And understand that honestly, you don't always have to figure it all out before you take an action or make a change in your life. This is what paralyzes us a lot, this fact of, but I don't know how. I can't do it. I'm not able. All of those are like spells, prophecies that we by ourselves are inflicting to ourselves. Nobody else is doing it for us. So really, words matter. And really our thoughts become reality. The thing is that we simply, and it's really simple, our mind loves complicated things, but life is really simple and neutral. And I think that for me, the moment I understood that everything is neutral, and I learned and I taught myself to be the observer. And this practice also required from me a lot of honesty with myself. And it wasn't easy. It's still not that easy for me. But being honest with myself is really a key to my freedom, because I need to be self-aware. Self-awareness without observation, without honesty, will not take you that far. We need to be honest with ourselves. What am I thinking? Is this thinking mine or from someone else? Is this something constructive for me or not? Where is it that I'm limiting myself? Let me figure out and explore my limiting beliefs. Where do I have them? I can note them and understand them from the way I'm feeling about things. How am I defining things? How do I interpret them? What are the stories that go in my mind whenever I'm experiencing something? I wonder, why is it that my life is not the way I want it to be? How can I improve this? How can I observe myself? How can I learn from my present life in order to improve it? How can I explore the things that I don't prefer in order to create for myself what I do prefer? How can I allow myself to be the creator of my life? Allow myself to receive whatever I need when I need it, to be inspired, and to allow my physical mind to just focus on its job, which is to perceive. And from now on, be the creator of my life that observes things and perceives things from a place of awareness, from a place of choosing how to respond to life, how to see life, how to write my story. I think it's important to remember and to be curious about this idea of being the creator of our life. I love it. At the beginning, it scared me a lot. But now that I know what I know, I think that it's a blessing to be the creator of our life. And the first thing to do with ourselves is to be honest and to own our part of responsibility. If I want to be a creator, I need to be okay with creating ugly things in the same way I'm okay with creating amazing things. The process of creation goes through experiments, goes through learning and growing, and it's a learning curve. As a creator, I'm not pretending to be perfect. I'm pretending to improve, to be committed to myself, and to create from a place of awareness, because I want to create a piece of art. A piece of art that I choose. I choose the tools, I choose the colors, I choose the material, I choose what I imagine, and I represent it in my life. This is my canvas, and it is my duty to paint and to create my piece of art. And it's the same for every human being. Now, what you have to do is simply to take a new virgin canvas and just start playing with it, having fun, taking life as it is, remembering the first thing is to really acknowledge that life is neutral, that circumstances don't matter, and it's all in me. I am the creator from the moment I fill in the blank after the I am. Whatever I'm going to choose to put after I am is my process of creation. So choose wisely how you define yourself, how you identify yourself, how you describe your life. And make sure you don't confuse who you are with what you feel, what you think, what you have, and what you do. You are, and everything else is really permanent, and you can either use it to grow and to learn, or you can use it to limit yourself. This is how powerful of a creator you are. So just use it at your advantage. And if you have made mistakes, so what? Learn from your mistakes and grow, make amends. Do your best. Every step in your life, even when you are the consumer of your life, being a consumer is the process where you have been the student of life, and there will be a moment where you are going to shift from being the student to being the master and sharing what you have learned with others. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I hope it's going to help you become more okay with the fact that you are the creator of your life, to be more honest with yourself, more authentic, and just use every tool that you have, starting from the most beautiful tool you have, and it's your thoughts, your imagination, the words that you use, and most importantly, your feelings. Because remember, all of this is energy, and your feelings are your key. You can either be responsible or be the victim of them. You can either choose how to respond to circumstances through emotional awareness and emotional intelligence, or be the victim of it, and circumstances will control you, people will control you. But in either cases, you do have the power to choose. And you can learn it, you can practice until you get it. This is the most amazing thing in this life. It's that we are always in the right place at the right time, that we are doing our best from where we are with what we have. I'm going to link to you a video below that is going to help you understand better this concept of the higher mind and the physical mind, and how to speak to the universe so it can listen to you. And I would love to know your opinion about being the creator of your life. What do you think about it? How can you from now on be the creator of your life? What are areas of your life where you have been the consumer and you want to shift and become the creator? Let's create a conversation and an exchange where we are the creators of our pieces of art. I really can't wait to hear from you and to listen to your creativity and how you are creating your life from now on. take care of yourself, and be aware of who you are, because you are amazing and you are the creator of your life. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. Much love.